So good morning and welcome to Breaking Dawn this morning. My name, of course, is Stephen Reese. We are here. It is Friday, the day before we get on a plane and head out to Barbados. And yesterday I come down with it, boy, fellas, boy. Yeah. Right now I'm a vitamin C juice in the bag there. It's a good thing it's be on the shelf, you know. With echinacea. Yeah, boy. Yeah, now. Whole day yesterday. Good morning to the regional viewers, everybody watching us internationally, those of you on social media. Chef is here this morning. It's breakfast before Barbados. I understand. Chef, morning, man.
Morning. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Good morning, Caribbean and the rest of the world. And welcome to the #1 morning show in Trinidad and Tobago, up the island and beyond.
Well, brother, man, I don't know. Let me tell you something. If your food tastes good this morning, you're the greatest chef in the world, because my mouth has no taste. I tell you that one time.
I'll go see if you can fix that.
My mouth has no taste, nothing. The only thing right now is the chews that I have. I'm now on my second vitamin C chew. Trying to lick up this thing because come tomorrow morning, I want to be 100%.
Yeah. Don't leave with no
But
part
the schedule we have in Barbados is
Please.
Yeah, it's pace. It's not one where I'll get much rest. Well, I will get rest tomorrow because we just had the flight tomorrow and I think the action will start on Sunday.
All right.
But still, boy, I do get sick, so, you know.
Yeah.
Very rare I just get sick, you know. I don't know how. I don't know how I get sick, you know. I'm telling you, I don't know how I get sick. Honest to God. I said, but I'm on the diet. You know? But
Resistance low or what?
I don't know why. Could be that, you know.
Could be.
Could be how I eating.
Could be.
I should have split the meal in two. Instead of eating one meal for the dinner, one big meal.
Yeah.
Or sometimes I'm hungry and I put a whole thing and whatever. But I can't stop to eat because I go on radio.
Yeah.
And that's the pressure right there. Anyway, I will try to keep myself hydrated during the course of the morning. And I will be on as many vitamin chews as possible. And I will have breakfast with Chef. And we're going to try to get through this 2 hours here.
Yep.
And then I have 3 more to get through on radio. Oh God! That's pressure. All right. So a lot happened over the last 24 hours as it relates to the Hadids, as they are dominating the headlines again. Because when you go to the headlines this morning, that's all you see. Hadid, Griffith, PNM, Griffith. Right. So, as you know, yesterday, a development happened with the Hadids matter, where the Minister of Homeland Security revoked the preventive detention order, which was keeping them detained. All right? And that, of course, has started a whirlwind of old talk. And I'm calling it old talk this morning specific to that term, old talk. So I do some weighing of the pros and the cons and the facts. Right? And as it relates to all of these headlines in the paper, a lot of what we just call sensationalism. Yeah. But that's par for the course. It's a high-profile matter because we're dealing with some affluent people who, you know, usually see being held in Trinidad and Tobago. And I said, I think it was last week or earlier this week, that it's very interesting watching it play out. Right? And yesterday was no different. With the minister revoking, but it's not so much the minister revoking the PDOs for the two of them, but the reaction after, as all the little political trolls and everybody start to jump out now. And I sit down and I watch anything and I say, interesting, right? And I put out a post last night, and in the post, I responded to a lot of the conversations taking place, right? There seems to be talks of, well, the state will have to pay them. We ain't even reached there yet, eh? Right? Because from what I understand, the minister has not cleared them, per se. They're not able to charge them. However, I believe the matter still goes to the court. I think Faris Al-Rawi mentioned that they would have to, he would have to appear in court, I think it's today again. And then the Privy Council, I think, gave them a date in October. But I read in the play, and I think it's a calculated move because in October we wouldn't be under SOE. So they would have had to be released in mid-September when the SOE ends, right? Because the PDO could only hold them up until that point in time, right? As it will hold the others that are on PDOs currently, right? Because we have, up to this morning in the paper, 15 more people have been held on preventive detention orders. And we'll go through the headlines, we'll take your calls and your comments on it because it's the talk of the tongue, so why not, right? So, in some of the headlines this morning, Al-Rawi says, Hadid's fully free. Remember the last time the Court of Appeal, well, the first Court of Appeal matter said they would be put under house arrest. And then the state challenged that, and the Court of Appeal met again and you know, with a different panel, including the Chief Justice, and they decided to stay the order to have them detained pending an appearance before the Privy Council, which the state was seeking an emergency hearing for and did not get, right? And they would get it in October, I understand. I think October is the month that they told them they would get it. Okay? I don't know the specific date, right? So, they are not under house arrest. The minister revoked the PDO yesterday, and that allowed them to go back home to their family and so on and so forth. All well and good. Now, the minister is saying, I saw in an article that there was a medical document that the government got 2 days ago, which would have been on Wednesday. And upon reviewing that medical document as it relates to Dominic Hadid, all of that was taken into consideration as it relates to the release. Now, whether that is a plaster for a sore or old talk, right? That, I guess, will be established somewhere down the road, right? We have Gary Griffith saying to fire Alexander, immediately calling for Alexander to be fired. And he's saying, I'm going to tell you what he's saying here. He made the call minutes after the minister revoked the PDO. He said the government's handling of the matter reflected total incompetence at the highest level and warned that taxpayers could ultimately be left to foot a multi-million-dollar legal bill. Somebody must pay for this and not the taxpayers. Well, I'm glad that energy is out there. And this was my point last night when I put on my post. Right? When we're talking about these things, like I didn't hear no statement on that when Jack Warner got his matter dealt with earlier in the week. Because I'm not comparing a matter that was ruled on 5 years ago. You know. Just on the 20th of July, the article came out with Jack Warner where he was carried through 10 years of his constitutional rights being breached. And he was carried through that because Faris Al-Rawi, as the Attorney General, deliberately misled the court into believing that an agreement with the United States existed when it did not. So, Jack has won, the court has ruled on that. That is a ruling in the court. Right? We don't know what the next step will be for this matter here, right? But this is a ruling that has been established by the court where Jack Warner is concerned. And that's as early as this week. And all I'm simply saying is, okay, if that is the road you want to go down, and not just him alone, but others, and your worry is taxpayers' dollars that will pay the Hadids if they take the state to court and win them, then I didn't hear a comment on Jack Warner matter. I didn't hear nobody jump up and say, but look, And we could sit down and say, well, you know, that is why the PNM in opposition now and this, that, and the other. But that is not the issue. The issue here is this is Al-Rawi again at it. No word from the Law Association on it, right? No word from the PNM, now that the judgment has come out, as it relates to Jack. And Jack now will be compensated with taxpayers' dollars based on a deliberate misleading of the court by the then Attorney General. All in all, is 10 years of compensation for a man who's 83 years now. That means Jack was 73 when that matter started. Jack is 83 now. That's 10 years of his constitutional rights being breached as the judge found it to be. And when that article came out, I didn't even talk about it. I was waiting. I gave him a little room. I said, let me see how this is going to play out between this matter and the current matter that's going on in terms of the conversation, right? Not a dog back. Not a dog back. And that is my problem in this whole situation when I say it's amazing to see it play out. Because there are similar things that have happened, but silence. But when it comes to this matter, everybody know, and everybody have a thought and an opinion. And I'm just saying, well, all right, let me bring the same energy for everything now. Because remember, he had the John Bates issue too, not too long ago, where he advised, I mean, that was with tantamount to witness tampering and perverting the course of justice, and no action against him. You understand? And just silence. And well, John Bates has since felt the brunt of the consequences. And, you know, he balancing himself outside and do anything, right? But I'm just saying, if we want to talk about taxpayers' dollars and costing the state money or the taxpayers' money, I ain't hear all the action. I ain't hear nobody jump out. You understand what I'm saying? There's somebody holding the office of Attorney General that the judge felt deliberately misled the court. Anyhow, court fast-track Hadid case. Highest priority should be given to the judicial review and constitutional challenge brought by businessman Dominic Hadid and his wife Genevieve over the issuance of preventive detention orders against them. The appeal court has ruled, and the order by the court for an expedited hearing of the High Court proceedings came after Attorney General Ramdeen, appearing for the state, indicated to Justices of Appeal Eleanor Donaldson Honeywell and Joan Charles that while he was not consenting to the expediting of the matter, he was also not objecting to it. All right? Then you have freedom for the Hadids. Exactly 1 month after their dramatic arrest over an alleged plot to assassinate the Prime Minister and members of the government, a case that sparked an intense legal battle culminating before the Privy Council. Businessman Dominic Hadid and his wife Genevieve were freed yesterday. All right? Then you have the PNM calling for resignations as the Hadid's PDOs have been revoked. So, of course, they call in for whomever to resign. All right, so we have all of that in the news this morning. So basically, it revolves around the Hadids and your thoughts on the Minister of Homeland Security revoking the preventive detention orders. Now, I was going to run, I wanted to run it in full, you know, but I 23 minutes. And if I run it in full, and I eat up that 23 minutes, that just gives us an hour in the second hour. So I'm making up my mind if I want to run what Faris, I didn't want to cut it up into pieces now, boy. Because I felt that when he spoke at the press conference yesterday on the matter, he was very balanced in his statements, right? Very measured and very balanced. So, and fair. I would say fair too in his statements. to the media yesterday. So we will, I'll make up my mind during the break if I want to go through that 23 minutes, because that will take us up to 7, and then we could just take phone calls in the second hour and get your reaction on it. But then I've always known that the first hour is a very important hour, and this is the hour that I know people will want to get their word in. We already have the headlines. We already have the information out there. There's an article on it here as it relates to the matter, and I could read from here, right? So I have some options, but I would imagine that everybody is more or less up to date with what's going on. So the nation's thoughts, seeing that we didn't get to take any calls yesterday, I would have really liked to take a lot of phone calls this morning and get your thoughts on the matter. So I think I'll make up my mind as to how I will proceed after the break. But for now, let me remind you about elders. So elders classes, they have 3 exciting opportunities for growth and success. They have the 3-week AI course that you can sign up for and gain that competitive edge heading back out to the new school term. They also have the CSEC vacation classes. That is a 6-week program for Forms 3, 4, and 5. And they have the 7-week conversational Spanish course, which of course can open doors to new opportunities. So you can give them a call on 627-8632 or 715-5480 and get registered today. That is elders. And then Setwayula Board has the Holistic Health Clinic. It's powered by nutritional therapy. And all we're saying is reverse the disease rather than manage it. And it is drug-free, supplement-free, root cause healing through nutritional therapy. Book an appointment today. Call him on 279-3935 or 761-1952. And of course, you could order the book. You could also get that book at all RIK bookstores nationwide, Nelson's in Tobago, Amazon, and Gumroad, where there's a digital copy. And I'll give my throat a rest and allow Chef to tell you about the Asian cuisine cooking course and the bacon and pastry course.
Yeah.
Or bacon and cake.
Bacon and cake decorated.
Cake decorated. Yeah. Nice.
So the Asian cuisine is 3 Saturdays, 3-day course. We start on the 8th of August. Everything included. We have North Indian, we have authentic Chinese, we have Manchurian, Hakka, Thai. We try to make Thai curry anything from scratch, and we also introduce the sushi. So far, we only have about 1 or 2 spaces remain. The bacon and cake decorating, that's been asked for a long while. It starts on the same day, the 8th of August as well. It's 5 Saturdays from 12:30 to 4 p.m. Everything included for us, guys. We provide everything for you guys. Sign up there. Space remain in that. Call us, get in contact with us, 372-4639. You can even check our website, chefsharasculinary.com, and sign up. Yeah?
All right, nice man. So give Chef a call, get registered and sign up today. So we're going to take the break. When we come back from the break, I'll make up my mind if we're going straight to the phone lines and get your thoughts on the on Roger Alexander revoking the PDOs for the Hadids. Like I said, we have 15 more people on PDOs. Personally, I just think it is bad. It's a flawed law. I put that in my post last night. It is a flawed law, but it is a tool that they have under a state of emergency. It's something they could use. And I don't see, I don't understand what all the drama is about per se. Because it's not like I'm hearing the conversations about, well, you know, the law needs to be adjusted. I think Griffith himself was mentioning that because the shoe could be on the next foot, right? So you need to adjust the law because a minister of Homeland Security or National Security could issue a PDO for the Commissioner of Police or the Prime Minister or some kind of thing, so, right? And that's all well and good and understood, but there is not one politician that has been subjected to a PDO, right? Despite all of the rumblings of you know, all the drama that's being unfolded, you have well, outside of the Balize House thing and the land lease thing that is kind of connected to not kind of, but connected to this whole Hadid matter. You have other allegations against former ministers and so on and so forth with plenty questions to answer. But nobody can go and hold them and put them in detention and keep them there under PDO. So it's not like it's being used to somehow detain your political opponents and that kind of thing. So, I mean, I really try to understand where they're going with our conversation. And I would also like to understand, if you have information, right, on a plot to murder government officials and the Prime Minister, right? Of course, this has always been the thing, eh? The debate is intelligence versus evidence.
Yeah, correct.
And I've heard Pitt and they say in the past, you have to have evidence.
Correct.
Because intelligence and evidence is two different things, right?
Right.
So, evidence is what you have to have evidence to charge.
Yep.
Good? And the evidence is based on you gathering intelligence. Correct?
Correct.
Right. But, like I said last week, and I think earlier this week, I've been saying it this week as well, I don't know how you approach a conspiracy to murder somebody.
True.
I don't know how you, the only way in my mind, right, Chef?
Yeah.
The only way in my mind that you could stick that charge is if somebody come out and say, yeah.
Yep.
Right? Or, yes, I get paid to do this.
A confession.
Or, it had to be true that.
Yeah.
Right? Because otherwise than that, and that is a tricky thing in it, otherwise than that, it is very, very difficult in my mind to establish if the intent was there.
Yep.
You understand what I'm saying? Because you and I could be messaging each other about Chris. And you could say, boy, how Chris is going so, boy? You know? We are stupid man or what? And I could just message back and say, boy, I want a bossy head, you know. Let me just say.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you might message back and say, well, when your pal do miss.
Yeah.
Or wherever now. Because that man is getting me real vexed or whatever the case might be. Okay. If that is intercepted, those messages, let me just say, right? Let me say director see them messages.
Yeah.
And director say, boy, because them fellas are planning to bust your head, you know. How do you prove that I really, really want to bust your head as opposed to that I have that the intention is there rather than it's just words being played out and communicated.
Correct.
So you understand what I'm saying?
Correct.
Unless they have something else that they have not released. I mean, we haven't seen any messages and so on and so forth to that effect, which they do have to release, of course, because there is certain intelligence or if they have communication as evidence, it would be highly sensitive and they may not want to release it at this time.
Correct.
Because like I say, all that we have in front of us is that they revoke the PDO.
Yep.
But I'm just trying to figure that out. Like, how you just prove that number? How you just prove it?
True.
Right? Now, you mightn't be able to prove it immediately. But in this case, if it's a threat against the Prime Minister or government ministers or whatever, government officials or whatever, as the media says, as it's reported in the media, right? Because that's the information that's out there. How do I not act?
True.
You understand what I'm saying?
Correct.
So if SSA says, hey, we now intercept these messages here, and I read the thread, and in the thread, the messages are persons plotting to kill the Prime Minister, or kill a government minister, or whatever. Under a state of emergency, that would be enough to pull you in.
Yep.
Right. But then, it's going to take a while for me to try and establish if you had the intent, because now I have to I might have to pull in a next person, another person, or wherever now. Or you would have to question or interrogate certain people and wherever the case might be, right? But when it's high up like that, like government officials as far up as our prime minister, you might want to, you may want to extend that detention,
Correct.
but it has to be based on, I don't know if it had to be based on something, because according to what is afforded is that I could hold you without charge under PDO. So it's bad law. Anyhow you take it, the law flawed. So the problem is in the law. Because if you ask, I'm very sure that if you ask all who call in for him to resign or who want him to be fired, I am very sure if you ask those same people, which law did he break, they wouldn't be able to point to one.
Correct.
You understand? So if he didn't break a law, or he didn't operate illegally in detaining them over a 4-week period, then, and it was well within, he was able to do it using the PDO
Yep.
to hold them over an extended period of time, and it's within the law, then, you know, it's actually conspiracy or plot. Conspiracy to murder. Yeah, that's a tough one.
It is.
Yeah, but we've seen it play out. But we'll come back, we'll get your thoughts on it. People don't go anywhere. Breaking Down continues after this. Outing during the break. And wet my throat too, become a mouth dry. Dry.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595, to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Are love problems, marriage issues, financial struggles, or business setbacks affecting your life? Pandit Tiwari is a trusted spiritual specialist helping people finding guidance, solutions, and peace. Whether you are facing relationship problems, family disputes, marriage difficulties, financial obstacles, or business challenges, Pandit Tiwari provides personalized spiritual assistance to help you move forward with confidence. Don't let problems control your future. Your solution could be just one call away. Call Pandit Tiwari today. Pandit Tiwari, your path to happiness, success, and peace.
Welcome to Car City Trading, your #1 supply of brand new Korean auto parts. Come on down to lot number 78, Bamboo Settlement number 2, Valsain, between the hours of 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Monday to Friday, and 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday to get your Hyundai and Kia vehicular needs. Car City Trading has everything your vehicle needs, from a brand new head and blocks to engine parts, transmissions, suspension parts, body parts, electrical parts, braking system, AC system, even the smallest sensor, and much more. WhatsApp us today at 704-2246 or call us at 645-2603 and let us be your car parts solution. Be sure to find us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and look out for our monthly deals and promotions. Car City Trading, quality products at unbeatable prices.
Big sale event at Salinas and Sebastian's. Graduation, prom, weddings, Father's Day, or just stepping into your next big moment. We've got you covered because Salinas and Sebastian's, it's more than a suit. It's the perfect fit when it matters most. From the boardroom to date night, look sharp, feel confident, and show up ready. And because value matters, now is the time to dress best for less. Enjoy 25 to 35% off special suits and create a look that's uniquely yours. Complete the look. 35% off dress shirts. Up to 50% off selected dress shoes with any formal purchase. Sneakers. Buy one, get one free. Or buy one and get one half price. Ladies, 25% off selected dress shoes for your special moments. Dress for the moments that matters most. Salinas and Sebastian's, located at Gulf City Mall, upper level. WhatsApp 715-9533.
My parents' generation grew up with Royal Castle. From the first restaurant in 1968, when that distinctive, tempting aroma hit the air. Like never before, fried chicken with a special blend of local seasonings and a one-of-a-kind flavor down to the bone. Today, Royal Castle still have that same delicious taste, and I love it too. And the kids, they have more to enjoy. For me, the Castle is more than just nice food. It's we own, part of me and you, and is the real flavor of TNT.
Cars, sports, careers, food. We men always talk about these things, but not about our health. Did you know that testosterone is responsible for muscle mass, strength, deep voice, healthy hair growth, and the sex drive? With low testosterone, we may not achieve our potential. The good news is that Jameson Power for Men is an excellent testosterone support. Take Jameson Power for Men and perform to your max. Jameson, here for your health.
Air conditioning problems? Then look no further. A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an easy solution for all your automotive, commercial, and domestic air conditioning needs. With 2 convenient locations to serve you, A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an extensive range of parts and services, including pressure test kits, refrigerators, parts, front and rear evaporators for maxi taxis. They also cater for both foreign and local automobile models like Kia, Hyundai, Honda, Nissan, and more. So pay them a visit today at either of their 2 locations. Number 36 Alfonso Street, Sangre Grande. Phone 784-2707 or 386-5700. And number 133 Corner Roland Street and Bonaventure Main Road, Gasparillo. Phone 312-2245 or 782-9720.
Are you tired of managing symptoms without understanding why your body is breaking down? Setwire's Holistic Health Clinic provides consultation and re-education sessions followed by nutritional therapy programs designed to address the root causes of chronic disease. The clinic works with clients in Trinidad and Tobago and internationally, helping people rebuild the body through correct nutrition, not drugs, supplements, herbs, detoxes, injections, or quick fixes. Setwire is also the author of You Are Not Sick, You Are Malnourished, a powerful health book that has been the top-selling book on consignment at RIK bookstores nationwide every month since entering the stores. If you're struggling with cancer, diabetes, high blood pressure, obesity, autoimmune issues, fertility challenges, digestive problems, or other chronic condition, book a consultation and re-education session today. Purchase the book at RIK bookstores nationwide, Nelson's Bookstore in Tobago, Amazon, or Gumroad. Visit setwireclinic.com or call or WhatsApp 279-3935 or 761-1952. Setwire's Holistic Health Clinic, rebuilding the body, reversing disease through nutritional therapy.
Astrologer Mohit Ji is known for providing insightful astrology guidance for complex life situations, dealing with love confusion, delayed marriage, partner distancing, or serious relationship breakdowns. His approach focuses on understanding the root cause and guiding you toward the right path. If financial instability or business setbacks are affecting you, his spiritual remedies may support positive change. With psychic reading, horoscope analysis, and palm insights, he offers practical clarity. His services also include protection from negative energies and removal of bad luck. Call at +1 868 334 2796.
All right, so we're back. 22 minutes away from the hour of 7 o'clock. I'll tell you what, let's go to the phone lines. I think we have all the information that we need to have. The Hadids had spent 4 weeks in prison on preventive detention orders. They have been released based on the Minister of Homeland Security revoking those same orders, allowing them to return home to their family. And the conversation has begun, right? They have not been charged, but as far as I understand, the minister did not clear them in terms of, he said that, the investigation or whatever it is will continue. And of course, they have this Privy Council, the Privy Council to go, the matter will go before the Privy Council, I think in October, things like that. So it's still up in the air, but we'll take a few calls. Yeah, man. Oi, morning.
Yeah, morning, Stefan. Morning. How you going, man?
Yeah, man. What's up, man? Go ahead.
Yeah. So, you talked earlier about the lack of voice of the Law Association in a particular matter, right? And I want to draw reference to something there because very recently there was an article in the papers about the Law Association talking about people criticizing how judges handle the Hadid matter.
Yeah.
When I read it in brief terms, it sounded like they was trying to say it kind of disrespectful to be so vocal about these judges and how they handle the matter and whatever the case is. Last night I see a video of a man looking just like Marvin Gonzalez on a platform that was supposed to have been last night as well, burning in front of an audience, burning a court order, yes. So I want to know if the Law Association is going to speak about that action, which is encouraging the citizens to disrespect the orders given by the court as well. Because if it's good for Marvin Gonzalez to do, anytime a court give an order that might be against me or something, I taking it and I go in public and I burn in it too. Right? Let people see we could disrespect the court like that. So our listener, fair good morning.
Interesting you mentioned that, because I actually saw that and I was like, wow, all right, no problem. I was like, wow, you know what I mean? Morning. But like I say, a man deliberately misled the court, carry a man on a 10-year breach the constitutional rights of Jack Warner for 10 years by deliberately misleading the court, and they don't say anything about that. Morning.
Morning, Stefan.
Yeah.
I angry this morning, very, very angry this morning, and I will start with two things. I will start with Al-Arari. Al-Arari, I can't understand. Al-Arari should have been still in court. He should be still in court with the next woman who and with Delal saying.
Oh, you're talking about the John Bates matter. You're talking about the John Bates matter.
And mind you, you say this serious corruption, and you see that on the carpet, and you coming and telling me you want to fight for our next man who the catching problem. You understand me? That is something is wrong there. And next thing again with the Hadid.
No, well, he's the lawyer for the Hadids, So I don't mix up the two.
Well, yes, but he should be no
practicing
lawyer.
law
He should need. Yeah, but he shouldn't be. He should have a lawyer for he's standing for what he did. He and the next woman until I was saying this was a serious thing, and they put it under the carpet, and you have it running about all the place, and I have vexed about that. With the next thing with Hadid problem. Hadid problem is a serious problem because mind you have men like Griffith now. Griffith was I can't understand what Griffith. He wanted a party. He was in the government. He come out from there. He tried to form a party. He couldn't make. What he really want? Tell me what you really want. And the next thing I will make a request this morning. Okay, if you decide to go and you know good, offer him a job. Get him a job. Bring him inside and see what he could do. And let me see if he could fix something. Have a nice day.
All right. Yeah, but this has nothing per se to do with that, I'm saying, look, when you look at the issue at hand, right? We have to be real here. It is a ticklish issue. When it is what they hold them on is a conspiracy, meaning they were plotting to murder or to kill government officials, including the Prime Minister. And they will have whatever evidence that they would have pulled them in on. how you establish that they had the actual intention to do so is a totally, it's tough. Morning. That I don't know how you just establish that. Morning.
Morning, Stefan. You know, it's really a coincidence that to see the Jack Warner case at this point and to see, which is a different thing to a PDO. I mean, the ending up result is almost similar, but the process of which Mr. Warner situation arrived and his journey was totally different. Someone saying that I don't have enough evidence to charge you, but you are in prison, you behind bars, and it's one that I always tell people, if anybody have children or if you have employees, one of your weakest defense for doing something wrong is to say, look, that person do the same thing, that person do the same wrong thing, and not start off, when they start off a defense side, so look, that person do that person do the same thing, so it's the weakest point of defense when you ask someone, so what happened there? And I really try to tell persons that is not a point to raise of strength. That's a point of weakness. When you want to point out the wrong of someone, to say, well, how come you think that is beside the point? Because when you elect a government, when you elect a minister, not a minister, when you elect a government in power, and they put people in place, you expect those persons not to make some of the mistakes that were made in the past. This UNC government, in a state of emergency, once upon a time, would have put persons behind bars, and it really didn't. The state, we lose a lot of taxpayers' money for it, and you can't vex with the public. Well, like I say, you can vex if you want. But persons, the public have a very low confidence with this government when dealing with state of emergency matters. Thank you.
All right, no problem. Well, morning. Morning. Hello.
Hello, Stefan. Good morning.
Yeah, go ahead.
How are you? Stefan, I have a question. Couple questions to ask you, right? You think, are you hearing me?
Yes.
Yeah. You think Alexander wrote that release? Any part of it? One word? Anything? You think he's capable?
No, I don't think ministers write releases. I think they have a communication arm to do that.
That sounds like pure AI there, Stefan. You know?
Huh?
No, but you know, he signed the order in the first place, right? Which of course he was just a signatory to it, right? And now this release, right? Stefan.
Wait, which release? Wait, hold on. Which release you talking about?
The statement he gave relative to the
You're talking about the statement, the release from the Ministry of Homeland Security as it relates to the revoking of the...
Yes.
Right.
Yes,
Oh. When you said the release, yes, I thought now you meant if he wrote the revocation, but it's the media release. That's what you're talking about.
Right.
No.
Right.
I think our communication department handles that.
Okay. Right. But yeah, he is the minister in the position. Right. Stefan, you answer this question. What is the genesis of these assassination threats? There is one. Do you know it? What is it? Because
what is the genesis of the assassination threat?
These assassination threats, right? How would these Hadiths just out of the blue decide to make these assassination threats? Just so? There is a genesis of this whole thing. And as you rightly say, you answer that question, could you?
What's that?
the genesis of why they would just choose to do this to the, say this to the threaten the life of the Prime Minister and other ministers. There is a genesis to this, right? And those calls, those text messages and so were traced because it has something to do with there is a beginning of this whole thing. You understand? And so, as you rightly said, in order to prove this, it is there, because if you and the state have some issue, the state has the ability to trace your calls and so on and so on. So it is there. You understand? So now they are released. We are looking like some comedians, Stefan. You understand? It's
No,
either
but,
or.
yeah, but they have been, the PDOs have been revoked, eh?
Right.
Right. So they are allowed to, they have released them from detention.
But see if you can get an answer to the question I ask you. You understand? See if you, how? They just say the hadiths, right? They are the hadiths. They wouldn't just say, okay, let us assassinate the PM and so on and so on. It has to have something that they were being even, they were being monitored before. It is there. I can't say it.
But I don't want to speculate. If the ministry,
No, but I can't tell you.
if the authorities, not the ministry, sorry, if the authorities have, I would imagine that they're not mad people either. So they ain't just go and hold two affluent people, two prominent people, two people who are well known in society and just hold them and lock them up just so.
Right.
Right?
So let us say there is some bad blood between the parties, the
Well-
state and the hadith.
Well,
yes?
it had to be based on something, right?
Right. So we need to figure that out. And
Not we don't need to figure that out. The police need to figure that out. And put it in, and the matter goes to court and the court rules. I don't need to figure that out. I could sit down here and I could sit down here and I could say, well, maybe they revoke the land lease and that caused a conversation to start and the comments was made in the conversation and the SSA intercepted the communication and it went to the Ministry of Homeland Security and he said, hey, and they connect 1 with 2 with 3 and bam, I could sit down here and say that, but that would be speculation. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
But just saying, no, but from reading all the information that is out there, I could piece that together and say, hey, right? But then a person could say, well, Stefan, that's a conspiracy theory. Because I can't prove it.
Well, right.
Right.
Okay.
So
We
that's
don't
what I'm
have to
saying.
prove
So
it, as you say.
the matter will, that I am very sure wherever it has, where the chips will fall, they will fall. And eventually, whatever to be will be.
Yeah, well, I don't want to keep you back anymore, but relative to his medical, if you provide a medical and the state cannot get you to be seen by the state's doctor, then what does that say? It's a mockery, anyway.
All right, no problem.
Take care, bye.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I could sit down here and I could say, well, based on what this article is saying and based on this move here and that move here, and I could piece together a whole thing. But that don't mean that's actually what happened. That would just be me playing detective, but the real detectives out there, let them do their work. Morning.
Morning. We the month of July. And
Yeah.
if we were to go back in the past, there was intelligence that they was going to have a coup. And the authorities that be at that time didn't take it on, and there actually was a coup. And in this time, they have intelligence of something happening. This is not no 2x4 people on TikTok making no noise. These are people that whoever intercepted the conversation, it meant that there was something serious about this.
Right.
Based on the law, the information presented before the minister, who is really a rubber stamp in this situation, signed off on the PDO. And when that happened and all, they raised a matter in the court, and a justice, Mr. Frank Sipasad, saw no evidence why they should not be detained. The matter was appealed. And when the matter was appealed, they said they should go under
House arrest.
They didn't say that they were not innocent. Then we have now somebody now, a group now who is about this state of emergency deciding to make a recommendation that they should be released. And based on that recommendation, the minister acted and used his discretion or his intelligence or based on advice, and he did what he had to do.
Right.
Politics is not for the faint-hearted. Politics is not for the faint-hearted. And politics is playing off here in a big scale way. So we see now another group jumping up and carrying on because it's an opportunity for them. That's politics. The law is the law, and we will deal with that as it comes to hand.
And that's what, that's why now tell the caller, the police will investigate, the matter will go before the court. I think they're scheduled to go before the Privy Council in October. All these things will happen, and then you'll know. But for now, it's all we're talking about right now is the revoking of a PDO.
Yeah, well, correct. But there are others who are under the same PDO who are incarcerated. And it's based on the same intelligence. The Hadid is not me and you lying on the corner.
You could call five names? You could call 5 names?
Yeah.
Huh?
I don't want to call nobody name.
No. I just know. I asking. You mentioned it have other people on PDOs, right?
Yeah.
And I'm asking you, right? You think you could call 5 names that on PDOs right now? Why?
Not really, because it's not in the media and it's not been highlighted, and it's not and politics is not playing off.
Right.
So even if I know, I would not answer those names. But here today's Friday.
Man.
Chef, I highlight the food, and you eat out all in the background there.
No, look my food here, brother man. Look my food here. My mouth are not taste. My mouth dry. I almost finished my water. I feel like, oh God, I got to drop off the stool. Oh God, there's pressure.
Yeah, but before you eat that, I see a dribbling. Don't say more than the water. I see a dribbling. You know, chef food is a good. It tastes nice.
All right, man.
Yeah. So despite what happened, let me have a good weekend, man. Next week we gonna talk again.
Yeah, next week I go be in Barbados, so it go be nice. Yeah. Cool. I want to put. Yeah, man.
Fish.
Yeah.
Fish.
Flying fish. That's right. Yeah. I have 4 minutes. Let me take one. I have 4 minutes. Morning. I tell you, it's real interesting to see this play out. And if I say something, some people will vex, you know. But it's the truth. Morning.
Morning. You take a bite of the egg yet?
Not yet, boy. Director don't want to go full screen at all.
Okay, well, I'll leave it just now. Happy to speak about conspiracy theory. Because as they say, to piece together X, Y, and Z. Because I see talking now with Argentina. people putting together all kind of video. Look at the demeanor. Look how Messi and they say up and they speak before they leave the tunnel.
And they sell out.
Who father wasn't there? Who wife wasn't there? All and I get about 150,000 likes something, you know. A whole conspiracy theory on that, you know.
Yep.
How then fight for the game? Anyway, I just have to touch on the Jacona issue.
Yeah.
I hope sometime next week I go in depth and actually read what the article states, the two of them, because I just say nobody's speaking of what the judge said in that judgment. And let's remember, Mr. Warner, life has been on pause for 10 years. And we, the state, have to pay legal fees.
Correct.
And it's only senior counsel, it's only SC is the man higher. And they are more than 2.
Right.
And more than 3. And more than 4. Right, enjoy your egg, boy.
Yeah, man, no scene.
Later. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'll go to the break, right? But let me just say, this is why on the Jack Warner issue, it is not about a deflection or anything like that, you know. I didn't mention it at all, right? I was waiting to hear and see what the reaction would have been in this matter as opposed to his matter. So I'm not dealing with the matters, you know, I'm dealing with the reaction to the matters and where the talk and the quarters that talk is coming from, because those same quarters that talking about this matter, and they've been very vocal on it. They said nothing. And that ain't balance. If you have concerns about people's constitutional rights being breached, that should be on your radar. If you have concerns about taxpayers paying when the state owes, that should be on your radar. That's all I'm saying. Because he went through that for 10 years. Right? They had 4 weeks, albeit in prison. Good? But it's interesting, I asked the second to last caller just now. We have about 300 people on PDOs. And if I ask the audience to name 5, they can't name 5. And that's why I say it's very interesting to see this whole scenario play out. Because what I learned, which you already know, right? And this is not to cast aspersions on them, because, like I said, the matter will go to the court. But in the overall sense of the thing, right? When we hear, well, we have to go after this one, and we have to go after that one, and this one, the affluent on them. The affluent people who we believe responsible for whether it's the drug trade or the guns and ammunition trade or illegal activities or whatever. When we're talking about going after them, not that they are connected to any of that. I'm going to make that clear. I'm talking about their affluence in society. When you have money, because you have 300-something people on PDOs, but they don't have the money to hire a team of lawyers, to go to appeal court, and then to go as far as the Privy Council, neither are they getting media attention for being held under a preventive detention order. But this is a matter that was very prominent. And if you sit down and you really study how much things people start to talk about and what became issues from the same group of people, is only when they went into prison you start to hear about it, cockroach and rats. And it'll smell like urine. And you start to use a bucket to relieve yourself. Interesting, right? We have thousands of people in prison. And the conditions of the prisons have been deplorable for years. I've spoken on that on several occasions. And on several occasions I've said you cannot expect to have proper prison reform if you're putting people in a dungeon. We have locked up people and put them on remand yard, which is a dungeon. And they've been sitting there for years awaiting trial. They haven't been deemed guilty or innocent, but they're there. Correct? They're there. They're not under a preventive detention order, but they're there. Right? And they will have the day in court. But they are there in those conditions. And we don't have national conversations on that. We don't have consistent conversations on that. We don't have consistent conversations. We say about the judiciary and why does it take so long to take a case, right? And all of these little things. And what is happening now is that, well, they have certain pieces of legislation, I think that the Minister of Justice brought, that will kind of ease that up over time. But we've had a backlog of cases and slow justice for the longest while. And while justice turns slowly, you have people out here who are at a disadvantage because they have been accused of doing something, but they haven't been deemed to be either innocent or guilty, but they pay a price for it. I don't hear no national conversations on that. I don't see the energy on that. You understand what I'm saying? We had two people. Remember one part target on the Prime Minister's house and tell Maduro to bomb there? And then we had another person take to social media and threaten the Prime Minister. What happened to them? They were both arrested and put on PDOs. Did anybody jump out and say, well, because I did the same thing. The person, that second one, I can't remember the girl name. When she did the social media video threatening the Prime Minister, she could have just been saying that out of venting, but don't have the intent to do it. Right? But they were held under PDOs, and when the state of emergency ended, they were released. But I didn't see all of that in the papers. You understand? I didn't hear about the PDO conversation then. If you understand what I'm saying. Nobody was talking about PDOs then. Right? And I'm just saying, I have no problem with the hadiths and anything like that. Yeah, just saying. But in seeing the whole scenario play out, it's a simple lesson, and we all know it in life. Money talks and everything else walks. And when you have money, I think it's, where's my boy name? Andrew, oh gosh, from social media boy, the bald man. Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate has always said, whether you like him or not, he's a straight shooter. And he's always said, and he said it consistently during the pandemic, he said people have to understand, when you have money, doors will just open for you. If you understand what I'm saying. Right? And he said it. He said it, and he made some comparisons of going to nightclubs and things during the pandemic and paying any money to get in and this, that, and the other. When you have, that's the general, where your status in life pays off for you. You understand what I'm telling you? You think, I'll draw a little example. When I was on radio working at 104.7, nobody didn't know who the hell I was. I was good at my job, but nobody didn't know who the hell I was. Right? I had a fan base of ordinary people. Right? But nobody was coming to me and saying, look, thing, wherever. Fast forward 2014, in my early stages on television, building my name and my brand. Nobody didn't know who's me. Nobody no advertising dollars here. The break used to be a minute long. Alive, fellas? The break used to be a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, whatever. But over time, as I build a status, I didn't have wealth, like money and that kind of thing, but I have status and image and brand and name, right? And face. People know me. Now I'm known all over. And there are certain places that I will go to and they will say, come. And I will say, no, it's all right. And I will stand up in the line. Because I'm not looking to skip no line. That's just me. You understand? That's the grassroots idiot in me now. I don't say the grassroots idiot because somebody else will have skipped the line and get it, right? But I'm just showing you. Different things are afforded to you depending on your status in life. That is how it is. So 1.4 million people sitting down in Trinidad and Tobago this morning, not concerned with the 300 and something people on PDOs during the state of emergency. But we're following the news as it relates to two. And that's for a reason. Right? And they have what they have because they've built their empire and they work hard for what they have, and no problem with that. But I'm just saying, status in life counts. And that's why I've been watching this scenario, and I'm just watching it, and I'm watching it play out. And I'm looking at all the players, and I'm listening to all the little quarters, everybody in the little section and the little corner, and all who jumping out to whisper, and all who very, very vocal, and all what they have to say. You understand? And I'm just watching the scene now, boy, and I'm saying, okay. You understand what I'm saying? And then I'm watching comparisons, like all that I make this morning. And it's not about pointing and saying, this one do that too, you know. It's making a fair comparison. And then looking at the response, the voices, and all the conversations around both issues, and then the way it was handled, and the end result. And that's what it's about. You have to make comparisons in life. You understand what I'm saying? You must make comparisons. We're here to compare. I am compared to my competitors. You think people in saying down at home saying, nah, I can't watch you know. He's talk too much. I can't stand his voice. This, that, and the other. But they go turn the channel, listen to somebody else because that's what appeal to them. Right? Everything in life is a comparison. If you go to buy a bottle of water, you might compare the price of the Dasani to Blue Waters or whatever the case might be. If you understand what I'm saying. everything in life is comparison. You compare things. Nobody don't use the same soap. Why? Everybody uses the same soap? Nobody don't say nobody don't use the same. Everybody uses the same soap to bathe? No. Everybody uses the same toothbrush to brush your teeth? No. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? But status in life, as you elevate your status in life, regardless of what you want to believe, this is the honest to God truth, and who vex I say that your damn business. As you go up in status in life, you are treated differently. Not that this is a matter where they were treated differently. They went through the courts and everything, but my point is they have the money to do it. You understand what I'm saying? And the reason why it's in the news so much, it is because they are high status people. So it's being well reported. And you cannot get away from that. This is the reality of life playing out, if you ask me. You understand? It is the reality of life playing out. And then there are certain people who belong to certain circles in life. And they will bat for the team. And they will bat for the friend. And if I know Chef and Chef in trouble, and Chef in the news every day, I will come here and I will vouch for Chef. You understand what I'm telling you? Because that is the human nature. Because Chef around me every day and I dealing with Chef every day. Chef cooked for me this morning again. Right? So if Chef get in trouble and somebody come and ask me, or I feel like some injustice is being dealt out to Chef, will you expect me to do? Stay quiet? No, I'm going to come out and jump out and back my boy. That's just part of the thing. That's part of the thing. But watching it play out, and we'll see where it goes, but watching it play out is very, very interesting. In a country where we pretend that we want everybody to be treated equal. But in reality, we don't. In reality, we accept the inequalities, and that's just how it is. You understand? And I'll go back to what the AG said in Parliament. He said whether you're 1%, 6, 7, 8, or 9, we coming for you the same way. Right? And all right, let me just oppose that, right? That statement there. The two people that put all the social media thing threatening the Prime Minister, they were treated one way. They were pulled in, they were held under PDOs, and so on and so forth, right? Whatever they intercepted as it relates to them is equal or almost the same to those social media threats. And they were treated the same. And the only thing that happened is prominent people, and people started to talk, and PDOs started to come up, and the condition of the police station cells started to come up, and the prison and everything. And here we are. You understand? I neither here or there, because I am not a judge. I cannot say if somebody is guilty or something or not. But however the matter plays out, it plays out. Everybody will have their day in court. I've always said rule of law, natural course of justice. And for the hour, we're observing. But it's interesting what I've observed so far. You understand what I'm saying? It's interesting what I've observed so far. All right? We'll take the break. When we come back, we'll get back to the phone lines. Don't go anywhere. Let me eat now.
William Monroe's birthday celebration presents a church fundraiser talent show, The Talent Within. Join us on Saturday the 29th of August at 6:30 p.m. at the San Juan Revival Ministries. Do you have a talent waiting to be discovered? Then this is your time to shine. Amazing cash prizes. First place, 5,000. Second place, 3,000. Third place, 2,000. Fourth place, $1,500. And fifth place, $1,000. There also be lots of exciting door prizes to be won. Tickets are only $100. Featuring special guest performances by Blessed Messenger and Minister Sean Daniels. Don't miss this spectacular evening of talent, entertainment, and fellowship. For more information, call 490-6760 or 332-6880. The Talent Within, where gifts are revealed and stars are born.
Welcome to Sembrano's Learning Academy. We are more than just a preschool. We are a family-oriented early childhood center where children are loved, nurtured, and inspired to grow. We'd like to think of ourselves as a safe space. From the moment a family joins our community, our hope is that they feel welcomed, safe, secured, and truly at home. By cultivating positive partnership, education becomes a journey best traveled together. We understand that every child is unique with their own strengths, interests, personality, and learning styles. That is why we believe every child has potential, and our role is to nurture their curiosity, confidence, independence, and love of learning so that they can thrive both in school and life. Using meaningful experiences, hands-on explorations, and proven educational practices, we create and develop a genuine love for learning. Our goal is to help children become confident, capable, independent learners who are prepared for an ever-changing world. We focus on developing the whole child by supporting not only academic growth, but also social-emotional development, problem-solving skills, resilience, and character. Most importantly, we believe that when children feel valued, connected, and understood, they thrive. Enrollment is ongoing at this time. You can contact us at 689-1345. We invite you to experience the warm partnership and sense of belonging at Sembrano's Learning Academy.
Astrologer Mohit Ji is known for providing insightful astrology guidance for complex life situations, dealing with love confusion, delayed marriage, partner distancing, or serious relationship breakdowns. His approach focuses on understanding the root cause and guiding you toward the right path. If financial instability or business setbacks are affecting you, his spiritual remedies may support positive change. With psychic reading, horoscope analysis, and palm insights, he offers practical clarity. His services also include protection from negative energies and removal of bad luck. Call at +1 868 334 2796.
Welcome to Caribbean Tourist Villa, your home away from home in the heart of Port of Spain. With over 25 years of trusted hospitality, Caribbean Tourist Villa has been a reliable choice for both business professionals and vacationers. Our guest rooms are thoughtfully equipped with all the essentials for a relaxing and productive stay, and our tranquil pool area is perfect for relaxation after a busy day. We've created the ideal space for you to relax, recharge, and enjoy. Give us a call to book your stay today.
If you want to be a better chef at home or advance your professional career,
Chef Shiraz Culinary Academy is the best place to be.
some of the courses that we offer here at the Academy: Creative National Cuisine 1 and 2, Baking and Pastry 1 and 2, Kids Summer Cooking Classes, one-day classes at the workshop. We have Asian cooking classes and certificate in culinary arts, food lovers and professionals.
Start your culinary journey today with us at the Chef Shiraz Culinary Academy.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595, to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Concerned about the safety and security of your property? Then look no further. At Electromatic Gate Systems, they specialize in fabrication of gates, fencing, and much more. They also provide remote control access for sliding and swing gates and garage doors for residential, commercial, and industrial use. Have a design in mind? They can fabricate and motorize it into reality. Why choose them? They supply Italian-made motors backed by 10 years warranty, and you can ask about their lifetime warranty packages. Electromatic Gate Systems remains the sole authorized distributor for ProfoundNet throughout the Caribbean. Don't compromise your security. Contact them today at 333-GATE. That is 333-4283. Find them on Google, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, or visit their website at www.electromaticgates.com. Their team is standing by to assist.
Master Ganesh Bhargav offers powerful guidance for all kinds of life problems, doubts, confusion, protection needs, and clarity. His astrology practice comes from a powerful ancestral tribal lineage with over 500 years of astrological and spiritual practice. Bhargavji does not dominate or pressure clients. Instead, he focuses on fixing problems with care and balance. His reunion love spells and death reversal spells are designed to restore harmony and provide lifetime protection. This is not individual effort alone, but collective spiritual power working for you. Many clients notice strong positive changes within a few sessions. Call +1 868 347 2350.
Oh, you catch me. All right, so we're back, and we go back to the phone lines, and we have a call on the line already, so I want to say good morning. Welcome to the program.
Morning, Stefan, to you, your crew, and your viewers. Morning, Chef.
Yeah, man. So share your thoughts, man.
The question I have with the PDO is that you take away the rights. Is it that the SOE take away the rights from the DPP and put it in the hands of the minister? Because normally, when the police gathers information and turn it into evidence,
right,
they submit it to the DPP, and he gives them the advice if to charge or if it's not enough to release and things like that. But with this SOE now, the information is gathered. It goes from the Commissioner of Police to the Minister, who I believe he have a cadre of employees under him that goes through the documents before it reaches desk, and then he sign off on the PDO.
Right.
Why is the DPP out of that loop? So we could maintain the independence of the police service.
Well, the only thing I could say is, but I will get clarity on it, right? The DPP, the police has run the investigation, gather the evidence, and then present the evidence to the DPP, and the DPP will say charge or don't charge, right?
Correct.
Right. With the PDOs, the PDO is a preventive detention order which, under the state of emergency, gives the state the authority to detain you without charge.
The powers of arrest. It gives the state the powers of
right.
arrest.
Powers of arrest without charge. So they can hold you for an extended period of time as it relates to however long the SOE is. Right? So they're not charging. They're not the ones that will say charge. So they're holding you for an extended period of time under these preventive detention orders, most likely while they gather whatever evidence they need to gather. And then they go to the DPP, I would imagine. But I will clarify.
Remember the beginning of this issue. The police went to a court, I think it's a Supreme Court judge, to get a warrant to arrest or to search and arrest the Hadids. And after the lawyer filed the habeas corpus, corpus habeas, or whatever they just call it.
Habeas corpus.
They change it, right. They change it from the warrant arrest to the PDO. Is it that with the PDO, there is some law lacking why they cannot charge? Because if you had enough evidence for the court to give it that warrant, why to date you cannot lay a charge? Is it that there is some loophole in the law as it relates to the information that they gathered in terms of tracing or capping a line to hear a conversation? Is it that Mr. and Mrs. Hadid were having a conversation by themselves on their phone without a third party to come as a witness to confirm the allegations that the government or the police is making? I'll listen of it.
All right. Yeah, well, okay. In terms of those questions that you're asking, right? I will get clarity on it today. Taklal Singh in London, you know. You see, I know Brian Bay go tell me, but Stefan as your legal advisor, don't call me, but Brian is a government senator now. So if I ain't call you on legal matters, it's because he's a government senator now. Right? But I will find out, in relation to the questions that you're asking, I will see what I can find out on it. All right? But in terms of whatever they would have taken to the court to get a warrant, it would have had to be based on some sort of, well, for now we only hear the word intelligence being used, right? So it would have been on some sort of intelligence. It could be a thread of messages between the Hadids and they say, look, we need a warrant here to go for these people or whatever the case might be. Based on this, we see this as a threat. But I'll get clarity on that. Yeah, morning.
Yes, sir, morning.
Yeah.
This is a clear case. This is a clear case of prevention better than cure.
Go ahead.
The order is to just prevent they from executing what they was going to execute. And they had the authority, they had the power to exhaust all arms of the law to be released from the PDO. It's simple as that.
Yeah. Which they have exhausted to a great extent.
The man was not freed, the investigation is still going on, but he exhausts all his laws, all parts of the law.
Yeah.
To be released from prison, to be at home until the investigation is finished.
Right. Yeah, well, yeah.
But he had the finances to exhaust the law.
Right. And I think he has
the finest point.
Yeah, he has some medical issues as well, and according to the minister,
right. So
he used he got a medical report 2 days ago, and it was taken into consideration.
Right.
You know?
And he took that into consideration due to the medical issue, and he released the prevention, the order.
Okay.
All right, man. Take care.
Yeah, man. Somebody now telling me. Okay, nice. I now get a little message here on the same matter. All right. Yeah, morning. Hello?
Morning, Stefan.
Yeah, morning. Chef, you know, I eat that and I'm still hungry, boy. When I sick, no, when I eat cold and thing, I get hungry plenty, you know. Go ahead, caller.
Right, so it is people don't realize the visa restriction didn't come from the government. So even though people want to question what it is really went on, people have to understand it have higher powers on top that pulling these strings really and truly. You understand what I'm saying? So people need to sit down and wait and see what is really going on. This ain't over. This ain't done yet. People didn't understand the reason why it was just revoked all of a sudden. You understand what I'm saying? People just thinking it's just so it was revoked. It was revoked for a reason. So people just need to sit down and wait and see. Just wait and see.
All right. Yeah, but I was saying, you know, I just on observation mode, you know, but I know this is going to be a point of discussion for a while. But freedom at this time, did you visit the doctor immediately after the... All right. So, okay. Somebody's asking you are correct. Apparently, a medical report played a part in the decision of that Alexander made. Throughout this episode, I like how we say that, throughout this episode, because this is another episode, you know, this is the episode, you know, is an episode going on right now. Yeah, the medical needs of the percent is highlighted, meaning the Hadiths. He has received his freedom at this time. Did he visit his doctor immediately after the release? No. He went home and received his friends and family. Did he go to church? Did he go to church? No. I'll sure they go to church eventually, blah, 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 blah. All right. Okay, listen. If all right, if I have medical issues, which he does, okay, he has medical issues, and Alexander said, now throughout the whole detention, what we heard is that his medical needs were not being attended to, right? Faris Al-Rawi at the press conference yesterday said that the state, he was asked about the state offering medical treatment to Mr. Hadid, and it was rejected, and I think it was rejected based on they recommending a neurologist and not a neurosurgeon, or something to that effect. That is what he said, right? Anyway, so that was refused. Alexander is saying, notwithstanding what the tribunal said about releasing them, that a medical report came to him 2 days ago. Good? And in that medical report, he took certain things into consideration along with other things and decided to revoke the PDO and allow him to go. Right? To the guy asking if he went to his doctor first, no, I think if you spend a month in jail, the first thing you want to go and do is go home and see your children. Because your children is your first priority at that point in time, in that moment. Your children have not seen you for 4 weeks. They probably know that your name is in the news. You and, you know, mommy and daddy face all over the place, ting, ting, ting. You want to go home and comfort your children. That's the first order of business. And of course, you will get comfortable. And look, if you need a doctor to come and check up on you, I'm very sure that a doctor may have visited him yesterday or whatever to do a checkup or whatever the case might be. That is not the concern here, right? On what Mr. Hadid or Mrs. Hadid did when they were released. They went home, right? And that's fair. They went home to their children. You know, the media spoke to Peter George yesterday. But I tell you, something really wrong with some reporters, you know. We have that clip. Right? So just run me the clip with Peter George now because they interviewed him.
Obviously released, as we all are. It's been a long journey, as you can all imagine, and obviously they're relieved, and certainly there's a sense of from the reuniting with their family after 4 weeks, and there's a certain sense of contentment in the family now. So at the very least, they're just obviously extremely happy to be home.
And in terms of health-wise?
Yes, I mean, obviously there were some challenges in the last, 4 weeks, certainly when it came to Dominic, but he's in good spirits. And I guess at the right time, the appropriate family medical practitioners will look at him and ensure everything is in good order. But looking at him, he's certainly in good shape and in good spirits.
Could you give us some kind of certainty? What time were they released today?
I don't know precisely what time it was. It happened fairly quickly, and we started to get word. But after what happened last week, everyone wanted to be certain. And then when we knew that they were actually in the cars on the way home, is that when we our guard came down a little bit. It must have been maybe 3 o'clock in the afternoon, maybe 3:30.
We see a lot of cars coming in and out. What is the plan for the day?
Just love and reuniting. And I mean, anybody can imagine, any parent can understand, 4 weeks you don't see your children, what impact that has. So even myself waited at least an hour after they got home to come by. We've been here supporting the family virtually every night, and give them a little hour for mothers to see children and so on. So, but yeah, that's the plan. The plan is just close family and friends coming and making sure that fellowship and that reunification is the way it should be.
Now we saw a priest also attending to the family. Could you tell us a bit about that?
Again, just a close family friend, and counseling over the last 3 or 4 weeks. So that really is that. It really is just that. The family is one of very deep faith, and he's also been here virtually every single day and every single night, counseling and helping the family get through this ordeal, and that's just a continuation of that.
And so, go ahead, sir.
What is one of the first things that the family or the Hadids planned to do having been released?
Again, right now, it's just spend time and build back the love and the relationship and the time lost. I mean, 4 weeks of time lost is 4 weeks of time lost any way you want to look at it. So right now, it is just that. There's nothing else.
So you are a friend of the family. What was the first thing you told them or they told you? What was the first conversation you had when they were released or when you saw them today?
Right. Well, obviously it was big embraces because we have actually been through a lot. Some of us went to visit them in prison. Obviously, in detention, I should say. Obviously, the time was not. You weren't given lots of time, so we prioritized which family members went to go and see them. I was fortunate to go on Tuesday of this week. And that's really what it was. So, I mean, it really is making up for all of the lost time. It's really what it was. So it's nothing more than that. No one's discussing the matter and so on. Right now, it's just a big scene of love. And again, I don't want to keep using the word over and over, but relief. It really is what it is.
No, in terms of, this may sound petty, but what was, as far as you are aware, the first meal that they had having arrived home? What was the first thing that they did, the first person that they saw?
Well, obviously, the parents were here, the children were here, and the immediate family were all here. I mean, there obviously is some food in the house, but I don't know that there was a first meal or anything like that. I mean, I think when you come out of a situation like this, you go home, and I think things just take their own path, right? Which child and this child and mothers and everything else. And that's really what happened. It really was just, what any typical family would do after something like this.
Even Peter George couldn't answer that one straight. He said, well, I'm sure it had food in the house. You want to know what the people eat? They send for doubles. Hey, good morning to the Zone Restaurant and Bar in San Fernando. The Zone Restaurant and Bar, good morning to you guys down there. Everybody watching the program, having breakfast, morning to you. All right, let me get back to the phone line, 327-7400. Oh, God, Lord Father. Somebody's saying, good morning, Stephen. I heard you say last week, Minister of Social Development and Family Service will be on your program sometime. All right, well, I'm traveling from tomorrow. I'll be back on the 6th, and I already spoke to her. Vandana Moit will be on the program on the 11th of August. I can't bring her on before. I'll wait till I come back. Morning.
Yeah, morning, Stefan.
Yeah, morning, man.
To you and the crew.
Yeah.
To you and your crew, yeah. No, this, what I about to say here might be a little similar, different to the other issues, right? Now, you had Brent Thomas. He was kidnapped from Barbados.
Yep.
Then you had Jack Warner. Jack Warner issue. And a lot of people talking about this, the taxpayers who pay for all of these things. But isn't these things similar?
Well, that was my point this morning. My general point this morning there on that issue is don't bring taxpayers into this, because you can't talk about the taxpayer, the effect of the taxpayer, or possible effect of the taxpayer with this situation, but you're silent on the others. You ain't saying nothing about the others. That was my simple point. If you want to talk about one, talk about all. But in terms of the taxpayer, this is far from anything like that, because although the PDO has been revoked, there is still the matter to go before the courts.
Well, of course.
Right, they haven't been cleared. So all of this talk about the taxpayer and the state go to pay, and you can't even establish that yet because the court has not ruled on the matter. The court hasn't even heard the matter, for that matter. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right. So any talk around taxpayers footing a bill is premature at best at this time. All right? Yeah. But the other matters are matters that have been, adjudicated on. These are judgments. The other matters are judgments, actual judgments. So, it is what it is. But we will see where it goes. Morning. We will see if this is a step that the minister take front before front take him. Maybe he revoke the PDO because, I don't know, maybe somewhere down the road he feeling like, well, you don't understand. You understand what I'm saying? So this could be a taken front before front take me. Who knows? Morning.
Yeah. Stefan, you know, I'm trying to figure out something here, but I'm studying if what has happened here is setting a precedent for other, they call it the PDOs,
right,
to be revoked. And if that set a precedent for other PDOs to be revoked, and certain other elements that is within the prison end up outside the prison, do you think that might endanger some people's lives? Another one say.
No, you're saying this could set a precedent for other PDOs to be revoked?
Yeah.
Well, it could set a precedent for people to challenge their PDOs, but...
Another thing, and another newscast I saw where the hadith was released an hour before the PDO was revoked. So I find that little kind of.
I don't know about that.
Right.
I didn't see that story.
And I was watching one with an interview with Faris, and apparently Faris said the tribunal was the one that made a review that the PDO be revoked. So I'm a little confused with some of the information coming out now.
Okay, the tribunal, all right, I'll answer off here. Sorry, off the call. Yeah. The tribunal reviewed the matter, and in their assessment, they called for them to be released. Right? However, and I mentioned this earlier this week, this is how dumb the law is, and why the law needs to be looked at, assessed, amended, and made better. Because you need better law, right? Anytime you have a flaw. But then again, the laws usually have flaws, and if they didn't, lawyers wouldn't have a career. Right? It's those flaws in the law that is why lawyers have a career. They have to find those flaws and those loopholes. But if the law is flawed, right? Because the silly part of it is that you have a tribunal set up, a SOE tribunal, yet while that tribunal is set up, they come to a conclusion, they give a recommendation, but the minister doesn't have to accept the recommendation. So in terms of the tribunal saying, hey, we assess this and we advise that they be released, the minister could have still said no and rejected the tribunal's decision. And I think I spoke about that earlier this week, which I thought was totally ridiculous, because then the tribunal really serves no purpose, because it comes back into the hand and the discretion of the Minister of Homeland Security. Right? Morning.
Stefan, good morning. How many years you sitting down here talking about loopholes? Big loopholes an elephant can jump through.
Many years.
Anyway, as you said, yes, I know that. I know I am accustomed here in here. Since Luna was a kitten. Since
That's
the
right.
show start. Anyway, my question is, I'm asking if Mr. Alwari will be doing the same pushing as he pushed for the Hadiths, will he be pushing for them little boys with a little rubber slipper on them? Will he be doing the same kind of pushing for them? That's my question, I go on.
All right, no problem. No, they will, look, in all fairness, those other people who are on PDOs and so on and so forth, they have to activate their legal team and they could launch a challenge or whatever the case might be. But remember, the first letter in our PDO is P. And the P stands for preventive. So a lot of people are under these PDOs because they deem that threat to the public. Right? Which would be like alleged gang leaders and people involved in criminal activity. Just this morning, like I said, you had 15 other people on PDOs who they believe are part of an organized crime ring and things like that, right? So you have all of these people being held on PDOs, and they're being put into detention. And since they've been put into detention, your murder rate went down by half. Just saying, right? Although crime's still happening, and you know, I find it could have been below 300. But that's the stats. The stats is that the murder rate went down by half with all these people in detention. So, I mean, one could draw a line and say, well, maybe they have some of the right people on the inside, you know. But the Hadith is a different matter. Morning.
Morning.
Yeah, morning.
What about Marvin Gonzalez burning the court order last night?
Well, by theatrics, I'm sure that's a copy and not the original court order, but it's theatrics. As far as I'm concerned, that is theatrics. Political theater. All right? We got to take a break. When we come back from the break, we'll get back to it. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. I have to take the break here now. Yeah.
Before you take your omega-3 supplement, check for the natural product number NPN on the label. This unique code shows that Jameson products have approved rigorous Health Canada testing for safety and effectiveness. Unlike some supplements that carry disclaimers like not approved by the FDA, Jameson Omega-3 is the trusted choice, offering 1800 milligrams of EPA and DHA for heart health. Choose quality. Choose Jameson.
Welcome to Antigua Mass. Them people have no behavior, they have no behavior. Welcome to Antigua Mass. Clear out how you know it's danger, how you know it's danger. When it comes to massive deadly.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595, to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Welcome to Car City Trading, your #1 supplier of brand new Korean auto parts. Come on down to lot number 78, Bamboo Settlement number 2, Valsayn, between the hours of 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Monday to Friday, and 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday to get your Hyundai and Kia vehicular needs. Car City Trading has everything your vehicle needs, from a brand new head and blocks to engine parts, transmissions, suspension parts, body parts, electrical parts, braking system, AC system, even the smallest sensor, and much more. WhatsApp us today at 704-2246 or call us at 645-2603 and let us be your car parts solution. Be sure to find us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and look out for our monthly deals and promotions. Car City Trading, quality products at unbeatable prices.
Concerned about the safety and security of your property? Then look no further. At Electromatic Gate Systems, they specialize in fabrication of gates, fencing, and much more. They also provide remote control access for sliding and swing gates and garage doors for residential, commercial, and industrial use. Have a design in mind? They can fabricate and motorize it into reality. Why choose them? They supply Italian-made motors backed by 10 years warranty, and you can ask about their lifetime warranty packages. Electromatic Gate Systems remains the sole authorized distributor for ProfoundNet throughout the Caribbean. Don't compromise your security. Contact them today at 333-GATE, that is 333-4283. Find them on Google, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, or visit their website at www.electromaticgates.com. Their team is standing by to assist.
Every day at the castle, long before we open our doors, our work begins. Our famous seasonings are mixed in advance. we select our fresh chicken parts and prep our delicious sides. Then we fire up the fryers and rotisserie oven. Everything is made with tasty local herbs, spices, and the same long-loved recipe since 1968. So, when you come in, remember that we uphold our culture and our taste just for you. We are your Royal Castle.
Attention all bakers, doubles vendors, roti makers. Try Chic Lisha high quality unbleached bromate free all-purpose and whole wheat flour. Bleached flour and bromate flour is treated with chemicals that can cause cancer, and this is banned in Europe and many other countries. Chic Lisha flour offers a healthier option, being that it's unbleached and bromate free. It also has a finer grain and a softer texture, lower priced and conveniently packaged in 2 pound, 2 kg, 10 kg and 25 kg bags. Available at groceries and supermarkets. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Chic Lisha Limited at 665-3336 or 480-8715 or visit them at Warrenville, Canupia. Chic Lisha Limited. Quality you can trust.
Eden Heights Clinic is one of the most advanced state-of-the-art alternative clinics in the Caribbean. They offer a dynamic combination of life-changing treatments, including prolozone therapy, live blood analysis, halotherapy, limb backing, nutritional programs, colon hydrotherapy, weight loss programs, oxygen baths, and more. Their professional doctors, Drs. Carlos Navarro, Bronwyn Navarro, and Brian Thompson provide consultation services in areas of diabetes, detox programs, arthritis, sports injuries, heart disease, high blood pressure, persons suffering with knee, shoulder, and back pain. At Eden Heights Clinic, they understand that your health is your wealth. Get in touch with them to determine which service is the right choice for you. Visit them at any one of their 3 locations at 13 Montague Avenue, Twin City, at 41 Ramsaran Street, Shoguanas, or give them a call at 640-8985 or 613-7571, or send them a WhatsApp to 493-9196. Eden Heights Clinic is your right choice.
All right, so we're back, and Chef is here. We've got to wrap things up momentarily. Just on the conspiracy and what the law says, right? Because I've been looking at it. Any person who conspires, confederates, and agrees with any person to murder another person, whether or not that other person is a citizen of Trinidad and Tobago or is within Trinidad and Tobago, or solicits, encourages, persuades, or endeavors to persuade, or proposes to any person to murder any other person, whether or not the person intended to be murdered is a citizen of Trinidad and Tobago or is within Trinidad and Tobago, is liable to imprisonment for 10 years. Right? So it deals with conspiring, confederates, agrees with, things like that, right? And then the actus reus means that it's an agreement between 2 or more people to commit murder, and the mens rea is the intention to agree and the specific intent to kill. Right? The actus reus is like a guilty act, and the mens rea is like guilty mind, some kind of thing like that. But yeah, like I say, a difficult one. We'll see where it goes. Right? Chef is here. Chef?
Morning. I want to say thanks to, we had a lot of your callers and people who watch the program come to the open day on Saturday.
Good one.
A lot of conversation, a lot of information flow, and I know Junior, I told you to mention thanks to them, so I want to say thanks to everybody who came out and really support. Even though we had a wrap up, a lot of people came after still, and we had conversation with them as well. I want to say thanks again, and a message to the people in the food business. I shared a lot of information.
Right.
But I want to share something with people in the food business and overall, especially the food. For cooks and chefs and owners, be honest to yourself, your team, and your clients. A cook, a chef,
and an owner in this business is only as good as the people around them in the business.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's food they're dealing with.
Yeah.
And in all my workshops, I tell people that be honest to yourself, your team, and your client. You're never too big. Don't ever feel it too big and you're too distant. Because I just get a lot of calls and messages from people in the industry who work in the industry about a lot of issues that's happening. Like any other industry, you're going to get issues as well too. At the same way I saw you talking to Mr. Narayana with these things as well too. It happens as well too. So that just as a simple advice that I always give in the workshop as well. Remember them three things. Remember them three things.
All right, man.
You know what I mean? It's important.
All right. So you're with the conspiracy that Argentina throw the World Cup?
Messages just flow, and I congratulate.
That's a straightforward answer, No.
I congratulate Spain on our victory, and I say no more.
Yeah, you can't say anymore.
I say no more.
After 90 minutes, you didn't have a shot on goal?
Because
not one shot?
If you look at football and that person look at football, you're talking about football, and you watch how teams play, like how Argentina build up to the England game and the response to the England game. Before being an Argentina fan, as a person watching football over the years and watching the build up it, I couldn't understand a lot of things happening in the game, how Argentina approached that game. To me, it was questionable because I sat down with my son and I watched it. I said, but why this doesn't happen? And I take away nothing from Spain. I take away nothing from Spain. I take away nothing. But I watch this game and I watch the changes, watch reverse. Then I see Martinez not coming on. And I saw a couple of things, and for me personally, I watching all the games, but take nothing away from Spain. Rodri is the boy. Laporte is the boy. I take nothing away from Spain. Congratulations to Spain as well. But I will say nothing more on that.
Okay, Brent. No problem. No problem. Say no more. Say no more. Look, it only had two teams I know could play Spain straight up. England and the Netherlands. When I say play them straight up, effective against that knock, whether it is knock, because how they hustle the ball. Right? So they just hustle the ball and right? Spain and England is do that. They don't play no laid back.
They hustle.
Football and higher passing and passing and passing. South American football is a kind of slower football. Where you have time on the ball and that kind of thing. Not in Europe. Especially in the Prem, you don't get that. And the Dutch, they just come at you, they just run at you.
You know Liverpool used to play when Dalglish and him used to play. Liverpool used to play a one-touch football.
Greatest football club in the world.
One touch. And that's the same thing that Pep and all them established over the years. Even though it's one touch, an aggressive one touch. And Liverpool I remember watching, it was English championship at them time.
It was English championship.
And it's only come on Saturday mornings. I told. And that was Liverpool's strength. One touch, and they go in.
I see the owner of Amazon looking to buy a small share in Liverpool. Bezos. So if you get through with that, it's looking good.
They get the soccer fever.
Bezos looking to invest, looking to take out a small percentage in Liverpool, boy. I see that in Sky News was reporting that last night. I was like, Bezos. But of course, that doesn't mean. He's the fourth. I think he's the fourth richest man in the world, right? Fourth richest. So I waiting to see if you'll buy that share. Right? Nice. Anyway, on a morning where I really have a dry throat.
You taste the breakfast?
Tastes good, man.
See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying, fellas? This morning, see here, no taste, see if he says nothing.
Yeah. I couldn't taste it. Sorry. I couldn't taste it, fellas. Fellas, how it taste? Real good. Okay. I couldn't taste it. I tell him my mouth dry. When I tell him my mouth dry, it dry. You understand?
Yeah, you had to bite him up.
I could stand this table with my mouth right now. I'm telling you, with my tongue. My tongue dry. Anyway, on a morning where I have a bit of a cold and a dry tongue, and what seems to be developing as a sore throat, we had 9 birthdays. God, we could not treat today, boy.
Hey,
All
I'm
right.
gonna say Leo season is Leo season. So to the July and August Leo, yeah, I see August Leo,
yeah.
part, Leo season.
The August man. I
Leo
remember
season
that.
on, right? So it start.
All right, so happy birthday going out to Saeed, Gita, and Paul. Let me get them up. Yeah, the birthday is one time. Well, yeah, I didn't see the boy picture. But wait is good, right. Saeed, Gita, and Paul, happy birthday to you. May Allah continue to bless him with good health, strength, happiness, and many more years ahead. Enjoy your special day from your grandmother, Sadia. Love you much. And thank you, Stefan. Not a problem, not a problem. Happy birthday going on to Saeed. Happy 8th birthday. I really hope nobody else had a long thing, eh? Oh, she was in the run, man, year before. Nice, man. Last year? No, last year. That was last year, run the orange ribbon. Not so? No? Dynamite run? What?
Yes, 49, you know. He said it's 49.
All right. Happy 8th birthday to granddaughter Amira. Oh, that is not my run. Okay, sorry. I see I'm at the wrong child. Happy birthday to Amira. Wishing you lots of love and blessings from Mama, Mommy, Mamu, Jal, Adiles, Faye, and Leonardis. And enjoy your special day.
What?
Amira. Happy birthday, Amira.
Nice, huh?
Boy, how are I telling you? Whew, short one. Would like to wish my parents, Mrs. Lynn O'Brien and Mr. Beresford O'Brien, a happy 23rd anniversary. They celebrated on the 26th of July. That will be Sunday. Wishing them both a lifetime of happiness, countless blessings, and beautiful memories together. Congratulations on another year of love and commitment. Nice, man. The Beresfords. No, sorry. The O'Briens. Odd boy. Oh, the next one is same thing. Amen. So we are it. So, we'd like to request a birthday shout out from Merle Ramjohn. Her birthday is Friday, July the 24th. That's the day. She loves her family visiting Trinidad and watching Breaking Dawn. The birthday wish is from her devoted husband, Elvin, and her wonderful daughter, Sparkle. All right, nice, Merle. Son. Like yourself, Merle. Good, Basla for more, no, chef. Oh, good. All right, that's not for less. That's not more much here. Hold on.
Nice with you, man.
Which are chewable there for me? The bottle in the back. Yeah. Chef, get any chewable for me? Chef, you're really in the service industry.
The service industry, boy. The hospitality, boy.
You probably don't enjoy my mouth a little moisture. All right. Happy birthday to Bindia Ramcharan on your 90th birthday from your husband Rudolph and children Savi, Krish, Sita, Vish, and Vidya, and all your grandchildren and great-grandchildren with all our love, thoughts, and prayers. Thank you for introducing Jesus to our family line and your faithful prayers for each of us. Nothing is more valuable. We honor you today and always. Proverbs 31, 28 to 30. Her children stand and bless her. Her husband praises her. There are many virtuous and capable women in the world, but you surpass them all. Charm is deceptive, and beauty does not last. But a woman who fears the Lord will be greatly praised. Amen.
Nice, sir.
All right.
Good.
Wait now. Good. All right. Happy 88th birthday to Mr. Ramraj Gisiawan. I hope that's the correct thing, you know. Gisiawan. GHIS.
Yeah, with Jessiawan.
Gisiawan. Of Golconda. Mr. Ramraj, how are we going on? Happy birthday to Mr. Ramraj. 88 years old. You'll celebrate it tomorrow. This is coming from nephews and nieces. Lily, Lena, Shirley, Anakali, which is a baby. Todd, Rennie, Stephen, and Paul Danraj, aka Jack Benny, of Alberta, Canada. Alright? Chef, are you utilizing your body, you know? You could have read these, you know. Anyhow, good morning, Stefan. Sending birthday greetings to Melissa Mahabir. Wishing you joy, happiness, and good health, and long life. Enjoy your day, girl, from Kishore and Monica. Nice. And finally, happy birthday to Brother Perry. Perry does not like to take pictures. Hope you enjoy your day today and always. From your loving wife, Sabrina, your 2 children, Daryl and Dane, and your grandkids. Also from your brothers and sisters, not forgetting Charlene and your mother and your father. And of course, they all love you very, very much. That's it. All right, people. That brings us to the end of regular programming. We will be back on Monday, live from Barbados, and we will tackle the issues as it relates to what's going on in Trinidad and Tobago. We will, of course, monitor the situation, and at the end of it all, we'll see what happens.
All right.
For now, Hadis are home with the children, and life will continue.
Yep.
And Monday will be another day.
Another week.
Another week. All right? So we'll see what happens.
Have a good weekend, guys.
Have a great weekend. And what can I tell them, boy?
Be safe out there. Be safe. And enjoy the holidays. The kids on holidays. July, August holidays happening.
July on holidays too, boy, yeah.
Yeah.
Big up the kids on holidays, man.
Stay safe. Watch
Director,
them.
where you take your son this holiday so far? Where have you been? You didn't take your son anywhere for the holidays? You're holding on for somebody? Or you working? He can't take his son over? Oh, I see. All right, man.
Last week we had the kids last week for the July classes. The kids was really, really nice. Good morning to the kids and the family and everybody. Thanks for letting the kids them come through. It was really nice. We have another session coming in August. We almost booked up for that already with the kids. And it's really good to see the kids out in the kitchen, man.
Nice,
really
man.
fun. Really.
Great. All right, so we out. Until Monday, people. Goodbye from Trinidad. The next time you see us, we'll be in Barbados. I'm going to miss this set, but it is what it is. Goodbye. Not set, why the set?
Eden Heights Clinic is one of the most advanced state-of-the-art alternative clinics in the Caribbean. They offer a dynamic combination of life-changing treatments, including prolozone therapy, live blood analysis, halotherapy, limb backing, nutritional programs, colon hydrotherapy, weight loss programs, oxygen baths, and more. Their professional doctors, Drs. Carlos Navarro, Bronwyn Navarro, and Brian Thompson provide consultation services in areas of diabetes detox programs, arthritis, sports injuries, heart disease, high blood pressure, persons suffering with knee, shoulder, and back pain. At Eden Heights Clinic, they understand that your health is your wealth. Get in touch with them to determine which service is the right choice for you. Visit them at any one of their 3 locations at 13 Montague Avenue, Twin City at 41 Ramsaran Street, Shoguanas, or give them a call at 640-8985 or 613-7571, or send them a WhatsApp to 493-9196. Eden Heights Clinic is your right choice.
Welcome to Caribbean Tourist Villa, your home away from home in the heart of Port of Spain. With over 25 years of trusted hospitality, Caribbean Tourist Villa has been a reliable choice for both business professionals and vacationers. Our guest rooms are thoughtfully equipped with all the essentials for a relaxing and productive stay, and our tranquil pool area is perfect for relaxation after a busy day. We've created the ideal space for you to relax, recharge, and enjoy. Give us a call to book your stay today.
Let's get it started. I say, whoa yo, also come and take a jump and let we start it by the drum, let we start it by the drum. Party on the road, there's a party on the road. Line it up, bring the shots and line it up. Party on the road, there's a party on the road. Look at lights in the back, watch my canal in the front. Party on the road, there's a party on the roadway. Come let we party on the roadway. Take a jump and let we start it by the drum, let we start it by the drum. Party on the road, there's a party on the road. Line it up, bring the shots and line it up. Party on the road, there's a party on the road. Look at lights in the back, watch my canal in the front. Party on the road, there's a party on the roadway. Come let me party on. So let me see your hands up in the air, wave them up in the band. People from everywhere, welcome to
Master Ganesh Bhargav offers powerful guidance for all kinds of life problems, doubts, confusion, protection needs, and clarity. His astrology practice comes from a powerful ancestral tribal lineage with over 500 years of astrological and spiritual practice. Bhargavji does not dominate or pressure clients. Instead, he focuses on fixing problems with care and balance. His reunion love spells and death reversal spells are designed to restore harmony and provide lifetime protection. This is not individual effort alone, but collective spiritual power working for you. Many clients notice strong positive changes within a few sessions. Call +1 868 347 2350.
If you're planning an event, make us your first option. At Reality of a Dream, we can make your event memorable. We can assist in planning your corporate functions, moderate gatherings, family occasions, christenings, and more. We also cater for weddings and other special occasions. Our newly renovated venue includes a majestic entryway, which takes you along a path to a fantastic indoor facility which can accommodate up to 80 dining guests. A recently completed fully air-conditioned, beautifully designed wing, which maintains the theme and flow of Reality of a Dream, adds 30 extra seats for dining guests. In total, we can now seat a total of 110 dining guests. Come see for yourself the splendor that awaits you. Walk along the path and make your way to the breathtaking, well-maintained swimming pool and gazebo, and also the entire grounds of Reality of a Dream. We've also updated the Dream Suite, which comes with all modern conveniences, where guests can enjoy the feeling of an exquisite retreat overlooking the entire area. Reality of a Dream caters to professional events. We provide secured parking for guests, so call us at 332-6880 and ask for Harriet, located at number 15 Moses Avenue, San Juan. Reality of a Dream, making dreams come true every day.
Greetings to you all in the wonderful name of our Lord and Savior, the sweet Rose of Sharon and the Prince of Peace, Christ Jesus. I am Ezekiel Johnson Fort, and I am pleasured to inform you of the newest branch of the Christian Union Church, Trinidad and Grenada District, San Juan Revival Ministries. If you are desiring prayer, healing, or that closer connection to the Heavenly Father, then the place to be is at San Juan Revival Ministries. And allow me to ask you one question. Are you living a life without Jesus Christ? Do you desire freedom from spiritual bondage? Then the only solution to your problem is Him. In the book of Matthew, chapter 11 and verses 28, it says, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." And this is mostly speaking to those of you who are Christians and you might not have a place to fellowship. Come, fellowship with us at the Christian Union Church San Juan Revival Ministries. Come, be edified and equipped by the Word of God preached by the man of God, Senior Reverend Bishop Dave Donation. You will be empowered by the move of the Holy Spirit of the living God. Come and be comforted. If you desire to be an environment that shows compassion and care for your spiritual needs, growth, and development, then fellowship with us at number 1 Barrel Corner, Saddle Road, every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. to 12 noon. I look forward to seeing you there, and God bless you all, and may the peace of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, be with you now and always. God bless you all.